Welcome into Falcons Today by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham, and you know what time it is. Mock Draft SZN. Second mock draft here on the channel. And this one will feature some trades. Producer Rolly ran through in the mock draft simulator, and we got something cooked up for you guys. So can't wait to bring you today's Falcons mock here on the channel. And hey, it should be a fun time. Here's what to remember. The Falcons hold the 8th pick in the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft. Could they be interested in a quarterback? Could they trade up, trade down? We'll have to wait and see. Now, here's the deal. Sometimes our draft videos don't do as well as our other ones, so we want you guys to show us. Do you want more Falcons mock draft videos? If you do, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, well, don't subscribe, I guess. But we would like to do more mocks. If you guys want more mocks, hit that subscribe button, and producer Rolly, myself, and the rest of the staff will get you as many mocks as possible between now and April. All right, so going through this mock draft, we used the Pro Football Network simulator. Here's how it went down. The Bears selected Will Anderson Jr., the Alabama edge, with the first pick. Bama quarterback Bryce Young went second to the Texans. Jalen Carter, the Georgia DT, went to the Cardinals, number 3 overall. C.J. Stroud went 4th to the Indianapolis Colts. Paris Johnson Jr. went number 5 to the Seahawks, the offensive tackle. Detroit selected Clemson edge Miles Murphy. Anthony Richardson went number 7 to the Las Vegas Raiders. So with the 8th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Falcons select trade alert. We're getting it popping here on Falcons Today. The Packers move up to select Tyree Wilson, the edge out of Texas Tech. With the 8th pick, Falcons drop down to 15, get a future first and a future third. That's pretty solid return to still stay in the top 15 of the NFL Draft. We'll take the extra 2 future picks, move down 7 spots. And especially if you're not, wanting to take a quarterback like a Will Levis there at number 7, slide down a few spots and pick up the extra capital for next year, which I really like because having multiple firsts next year is appealing to me because if Desmond Ridder doesn't work out, then you got 2 first-round picks next year and you have plenty of ammo to get the quarterback that you want. So at number 15, the Falcons select trade again. The Commanders come calling and say, hey, we want to move up 1 spot. And Falcons are like, all right, what are you willing to give us? Future second? Sweet. We'll take a future second to move down 1 spot as the Commanders take cornerback Keely Ringo, who played locally at Georgia. But hey, you know who I want? I want Devon Witherspoon, the cornerback out of Illinois, who's been rising up draft boards as well. I've seen other mock drafts of him going to Atlanta at times, so I'm a big fan of this move. You move down twice, get extra capital, still get a quality corner to pair with A.J. Terrell. Big fan of this if you are the Atlanta Falcons. Now, do you like the early trade downs and the pick of Witherspoon? Type Y for yes, type in for no. If you hate it, well, blame Rolly for that one. If you love it, give me credit. Y for yes, N for no. Do you like the early trades and the pick of Witherspoon? I think these 2 corners would be awesome. Gives me chills just thinking about it. Imagine if you get a guy like Jesse Bates, which has been a rumor in free agency, to play on the back end. This secondary could go from below average to elite like that if you get a couple of key guys in here. Devon Witherspoon, 25 career breakups, 5 interceptions, part of that Illinois defense that led the NCAA, I think in total defense and scoring defense. He's a dog. He is an absolute dog. I like his size. He's over 6 foot. He's long. The ball skills are there. 14 breakups this year. He might be CB1 in this draft. He just might be. It's either him or Ringo probably. Joey Porter's in that conversation as well. Big fan of this selection here in this Falcons mock. So in round 2, pick number 44, another great pick here. Rolly, you're killing it. Drew Sanders, the linebacker out of Arkansas. And what I like about Sanders, number 1, he'd be a steal midway through the second here. He's very versatile. Dare I say, I've said this on other channels before, he's kind of like Micah Parsons light. I'm not calling him Micah. I'm just saying he can play off ball. He can also play edge because he's about 6'5", 230, 240. He's big enough where he can do that. His stats this year at Arkansas, the Alabama transfer, were ridiculous in the SEC. 100 tackles, 9.5 sacks, 13.5 TFLs, 5 breakups. He's got the coverage skills. See what I'm saying? Like, he could do a little bit of everything, just like Micah Parsons can. Now, he's not the athletic freak Micah is. I'm not saying that. But what if he's 75% of Micah Parsons? You get that in the second round, Yes, please sign me up. Drew Sanders, big fan of his game, versatile player. I think he's excellent value here in round number 2. Now, BetUS is here for you to go bet on the Super Bowl and some NFL draft prop bets as we get closer. So create an account today, chatsports.com/betfalcons. Use our promo code Falcons125 to get a 125% deposit bonus. Here's what I suggest. Throw down $100. Get 125 for free. Lots of extra money to play with. Chatsports.com/betfalcons. All right, in the third round we go. Jair Brown, the safety out of Penn State. Penn State's always got defensive backs. They got pro talent every single year. 5'11", 208, a bit of a thumper, but he's got ball skills as well. Had 3 interceptions this year for the Nittany Lions, 4 breakups, 66 tackles. Played with Jaquan Brisker a year ago. So like this selection here in the third round. Again, addressing that secondary and that defense as a whole, I am a fan. I'm also a fan of this move. Nathaniel Tank Dell, University of Houston, had a big Senior Bowl week. 5'8", he's definitely undersized, but he is electric. This is probably my favorite pick in this draft because this is a QB-friendly type of guy. Easy, short completions, get him the ball in space and let him go. He's been tearing up the Senior Bowl, elite speed. He's twitchy as you know what. Again, you don't even have to have him run a crazy route. Just throw him the ball right off the snap. Little quick screens, little slants, underneath stuff, occasional downfield routes. The production was there at the University of Houston, over 3,000 yards and 32 touchdowns. Last 2 years, over 1,300 yards in each season. He's a fast riser. I think he went from he might go 6th round, 3rd or 4th. I mean, he's been moving up very, very quickly. I think he's a guy you can throw a punt returner as well. It's going to be interesting. With how quickly he's rising, he may not be there in the 4th round. So excited to see where this kid goes. I think he's going to be a very, very good talent. Who is your favorite draft prospect? Regardless of round, regardless of status, one player. Give me one player in the comment section below and let me know who your favorite prospect is. Edge out of Clemson, KJ Henry in the 4th round. I like this selection as well. Got to beef up that defensive line. Henry at the Senior Bowl as well. Had a pretty good week, and I like his size. I like his measurables. Now, he only had 3.5 sacks, but Miles Murphy, Brian Bresee, first-round talents on his team. You know who led Clemson in pressures? KJ Henry, 6'4", 255. He's just got to finish more plays. He's got the ability to do it. I think in the 4th, 5th round, maybe he slides up to the 3rd. Still pretty good value there. I like Henry quite a bit as an option for this Falcons team. Yaya Daibi, the edge out of Louisville, another defensive lineman here. You get the drift here. One fun offensive player, then we're beefing up this defense. That's the way we're going here. Another rotation guy on the front, and then buckle up, kids. Could it be the savior? Stetson Bennett stays home. Round 7, pick number 226. Now, full disclosure, I think he goes before the 7th round. These mock drafts are still a little wonky right now, but he also just got arrested. Maybe it hurts his stock a little bit. Bring home the legend. Listen, could you imagine the training camp buzz of Stetson Bennett, Desmond Ridder? As soon as Ridder throws a pick, the fan base is going to be crawling for Stetson Bennett, who is a legend in these parts. Career stats at Georgia, 65%, almost 8,500 yards, 66 touchdowns, 21 picks. Guys, I went to TCU. Bennett absolutely SFA'd us. It was not even close. He's legit, man. Listen, I get it. He's undersized, but he's a gamer. He's accurate. He's mobile. He's got a lot of experience. He could be a backup right away, and who knows? Maybe he becomes more down the road. If he's there on day 3, I think it's a great value. I get he's a little bit older, but Stetson Bennett is someone who I think could develop and maybe be a starter in this league at some point in time. All right, so here's the recap of our mock draft. A lot of defense here with a couple of offensive guys. Devon Witherspoon after trading down a couple of times. Drew Sanders, the Arkansas linebacker, who can do a little bit of edge rushing as well. Jair Brown, the Penn State safety. In the 3rd round, Nathaniel Tank Dell, the wide receiver out of Houston, can do a little bit of everything. He's a fun player in the 4th round. KJ Henry, the edge out of Clemson in round 4. Yaya Diaby in the 6th round, the Louisville edge. And then Georgia quarterback Stetson Bennett rounding out the mock draft. Plus, what the Falcons gained as well, 3 2024 picks, a 1st and a 3rd from Green Bay, and then Washington's 2nd as well, hey, I like it. If you love it, like this video. All right, grade the mock draft, A, B, C, D, or F. Let us know how we did. And like I said, if you want more mock draft videos, subscribe today. If you don't subscribe. We won't do any more mocks, but we would like to continue to do them here. So hit that subscribe button for more mocks and more coverage in general around your Atlanta Falcons, and we'll see you next time here on Falcons Today.